What's up, everybody? This is DreamSeller. Go subscribe to LonzoTalks. I had a great time on that podcast, man.
What it do, y'all? What it do? What it do? It's your boy Alonzo. You are now tuned into the LonzoTalks show. You already know I'm with the brothers over here. I'm my boy Jet, and we have a very special guest on our show today.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
already know. Oh my God. Yo, why don't you, for those that don't know, let them know who you are, man.
You know it's your boy Dream, man.
Yes.
Orlando's favorite.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Welcome,
yo,
bro, welcome.
This guy right here. When I tell you, yo, I don't know if you saw the first episode. The first episode, I was like, who the hell is this kid hitting me up in my DMs, asking me to pop out? This is the kid that hit me up in the DMs, asking me to pop out. All right?
I just send DMs everywhere, bro. At that point, bro. Send DMs
Hey,
everywhere,
man.
everywhere.
Yo, but I ain't gonna lie, though. I had to bring my brother onto the show, though, man, because if you don't know what this is, when I say, like, he is one of the best, if not, in my personal opinion, he's the very best promoter / entrepreneur to come out of Central Florida. And you know what's crazy? He's not even from Central Florida. He's not even from here, which makes perfect sense as to why he's so good at what he does.
Well, I want to say I'm the best, you know what I'm saying? Because there's other great promoters out in Orlando. We have a lot of great promoters out in Orlando. So say I'm the best? I wouldn't say that. But I am from Brooklyn, New York. You know, I was born in Queens, raised in Brooklyn, came down. I'm here now.
Shoot, you here, though, man. How long you been in Florida for?
It's been a lot back and forth with, you know, Florida and New York. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, me living with my parents, when the market crashed, like in like and all that stuff, it was like a whole bunch of stuff with back and forth. So I would say I live in Florida a lot more now, a lot more years than New York now.
A lot more years now? Okay.
But when I go back to New York, you know, it's always, I already know.
You already know the vibes and everything? Oh, shoot, yeah, you already know. So, like, now, okay, so, pretty much, like, you know it's gonna be it's gonna be a good show today, right? Yeah, you like Jet, you know it's gonna be a good show,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Because we have a lot,
Yes,
we
sir.
have a lot we gotta cover.
Oh, yeah.
We have a lot we gotta cover and everything. And now pretty much it's like, okay. So, obviously, for those that don't know, the one that be behind the Dream Brunch, as you could already see, like, your boy, like, he's the one, like,
This
every
man right
Sunday.
here. Mastermind.
Every Sunday, this is the man,
Mastermind,
the CEO,
bro.
the COO.
Well,
like he is the mastermind behind the
But
Dream.
y'all know
Brunch.
it's just not me, you know, it's also, you know.
Yeah, we got our boy Dream Q. Shout out to my
Shout
boy
out to
Dream
Q.
Q.
Shout out to Q.
You already know, man.
Q also be behind it, you know what I'm saying? Miami, part of it too. So it's just not me, you know, that's a part of the Dream.
So,
Brunch.
hey, it's the team,
It's a
man.
team for sure.
It's the team. It's the team. Shout out also another thing too. Shout out to the guy Diamond, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dion, man, for always blessed with the beautiful photos. Listen. Yeah, I seen I gotta ask, man. How did this all even happen?
With the brunch?
Yes, like how?
So-
Like, how's it start off for everything?
Oh my goodness. So how long have we been doing brunch now? So this year's about to be 2 years. So brunch started in 2023, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So old DJ friend of mine, he hit me up, and there is this at the time, this Haitian restaurant east side. It was right beside the 408. And so, like, you know, he called me over there, like, yo, we could do events here. Really big spot, really, really big spot. Yeah, stage, full bar, everything. So, like, we thinking of ideas that we can, you know, do here. We're like, okay, let's try a brunch here. Because, you know, at the time, it seemed like brunch was more in.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, everybody's, like, in the day parties, everybody's, like, in the brunch. So I'm like, okay, brunch would be the best option. We going over names, and, like, you know, I jokingly said, oh, the Dream Brunch. Everybody, that's fire name. Okay, cool, let's run with it. And then a couple weeks later, you know, we talked to the owner. They loved it. They loved the idea. I'm like, we can make this a weekly thing, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we got all the DJs together. We made the event right. Check out the menus. There's a lot to go behind to make sure, like, okay, this brunch is going to go the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, me going around asking other promoters, like, hey, like, what should I do? I'm trying to throw a bunch of it. What should I do with that? You know, they give me the little tips and hits here and there. And so the day came and we ran it. The first one went good. Then, like, you know, it just kept on going there.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we got an offer to go downtown. I think within, like, what, 2 months of doing the Dream Brunch on East Side.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually we went from East Side to doing it downtown. And obviously, you know, doing it downtown,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a much larger market because downtown on a Sunday, it just be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The atmosphere
12,
is totally
12,
different.
12 p.m. to 2 a.m. downtown. It's crazy on a Sunday. So we moved downtown. Everybody was like, oh, they downtown now. Okay. And the downtown venue, beautiful. It was a little bit smaller, but it was great. Full menu, full bar. Love the owners. Shout out to Napa Vibes. Still love them folks. So then we were doing a brunch there from I say about March to December. We were just doing brunch there, and you guys could go and watch the videos, the pictures. Brunch there every Sunday.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy shit.
And
Yeah.
it just kept on building up. Of course, we had some slow weeks. There were some weeks where the Sunday will fall on the first. First everybody got rent due.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'd be some days where it would just rain because we live in Florida, or
Yeah.
because we live in Florida, we get crazy weather. It'd be sometimes just freezing cold outside, but overall, every Sunday was a really good Sunday. And then after December, we were still gonna stay downtown, but decided to move to Parlay. And so when we moved to Parlay, that was a more popular spot that people know about,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right there on Orange Avenue.
Right.
So we still in the center of downtown where all the action be happening.
Mm-hmm.
I actually missed the first brunch at Parlay that we did
Yeah.
because I was and it
Nah.
was Q's birthday too. I was in Jamaica that weekend,
Okay.
and it was really stressful because I'm just like, damn, this is the first brunch, and I can't be there. I have a choice not to be there because it was a funeral I was attending.
Yeah.
So I'm literally in Jamaica, texting everybody, yo, how the brunch looking? How's this looking for 5 hours straight until 5 o'clock. Comes down. Q was just like, yeah, brunch is pretty good. I'm like, okay, bad. Now it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since it's been at Parlay, it's just been absolutely
It took off.
insane. And then I think we just had brunch yesterday. That was great.
Yeah.
That was a really
That
good.
was a really great
That was
brunch.
really good. I
Yeah.
mean, the month of December was really slow because you already know, holidays, Christmas time. It got
Thanksgiving just
cold.
passed.
It was crazy, but before this December, Classic Weekend was really good. Classic Weekend's always good. Even the year before, Classic Weekend was great. So
Just say he was gonna pop your talk during Classic Weekend at
Yeah.
an Illusion Moss event. He was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember that.
Oh yeah. Classic Weekend is always a good day for everybody. All the promoters.
Absolutely.
Classic Weekend. Everybody's in town. Everybody's trying to spend money. Everybody's trying to look good. So it was always good.
Absolutely. And I ain't gonna lie though, it's like I loved how you touched on, obviously you have your successful months and also you have the times where it's really slow. So
Yeah.
talk to me in regards to that though, in regards to when you have a slow month, right? And pretty much you want to keep that clientele, because obviously though, you get good business at Parlay, you got the people that will come in and get the sections, people that get the drinks, the hookah and stuff like that. So how do you necessarily keep that consistent clientele? Because obviously though, you'll have some clients that'll come in, and you also have some clients that'll go elsewhere, but you also need to constantly find new clients so that way they can be able to bring you consistent business. So how is he able to maintain that level of oh, let me just keep on finding clients? How has that strategy helped you build the Dream Bunch to where it is today?
Well, whoever walks to the Dream Brunch, I always try to interact with them. Always trying to make them have a reason why they come back or some type of memory to stick in their head. Oh, this happened here.
Yeah.
They go tell their friends and yeah, we gotta come back here soon.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
That's really how
That's
we
how
do
you
it.
do it.
And it's with everybody who does brunch. There, when it comes to Q DJing, I mean, you're one of the best DJs.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
In our
100%.
radio.
He be
Dead
killing
ass.
So
us.
whenever you be hearing him DJ, people be like, "Oh shoot, let me go get his Instagram." You be DJ here every Sunday, okay? I'm coming back. Or me saying some crazy shit on the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone's gotta remember that. Or even the bartender being nice, or the bottle girl being nice.
Right.
Just have a memory. Just someone have a memory of something here.
Right.
They're gonna come back.
Yeah.
Find new clientele. It's kind of difficult, but it's kind of not. What's really been helping me on the Eventbrite, using advertisement on Eventbrite, because a lot of people go on Eventbrite to find events.
Right.
And the most popping app right now, TikTok. If you
Yeah,
go on my
just-
TikTok
yeah,
page,
yeah.
the top 3 videos at the top of my page are of brunch, and they all have over 60K views. So you see something like that, and
started wondering like, dang, like what is that?
Because even when like I'm not doing brunch and like it's Monday to Saturday for me and like I'm trying to find somewhere to go somewhere different because Orlando is constantly building new things for us to do. Like I would just go on the site and be like, I was going to TikTok and be like, things to do in Orlando. Everything pops up.
Mm-hmm.
So using those type of hashtags too. Oh, things to do in Orlando. You put that under your video.
Yeah.
Green Brunch pops up.
Yeah.
So that's how we have all the clientele that we do. Like constantly posting, using reels, hashtags, figuring out different market ways, and just also like asking for help too.
Right.
Asking all the promoters for help. Like, yo, bro, how you be doing this? What you be doing that?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's always room to
I have
learn.
I have no question. I have no problem going up to a DJ or a promoter and asking them, how do you do this? How do you do that? I have no problem doing that. And
that's real.
They
That's
tell
real.
me. They tell me. I have no problem doing that at all.
That's
it's kind of
real,
like, bro, like I know I'm not the best out here. I'm only 24, and a lot of these other like promoters that are successful, really successful, they're a little bit older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, bro, you got a little more knowledge, and tell me how you do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Nigga say is no.
Doing?
Worst thing to say is no.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
So-
that's the worst thing they can say, and then like most of the time they'll want to help you, bro.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
they be like,
When most of the promoters here, they're cool with each other, so like
yeah.
they
gonna give you some
look
good
out
game.
for each other and like want each other to. Orlando want Orlando to build as a whole, so it's like I help.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, that's real talk right there, though. And it's like I love how you said that you're willing to be able to just interact, because even like that's such a humbling like experience, like for you to not even act like I'm not even gonna ask for help. Like no, like okay, like if somebody obviously if you see a method is working for some other individual, it's like yo, like I'm trying to learn some new game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
any person that we look up to, any person that's like whether it's like an athlete or an actor or whoever, they had to have some type of help. I'm sure they had. I'm sure there's not one person who just okay, you're naturally gifted and talented, but you still need to know. You still need to ask for help and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
everybody
Absolutely.
needs
There's
help.
always like room, bro. Just
There's
like,
always room to improve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
100%.
room to improve, honestly, though. Like, don't ever feel like you can't ask for help just because of the simple fact that you're afraid of what they could say, or that you think that, like, oh, like, I can do it all on my own. Because let me tell you, if you try to do it all on your own, it's going to take you a lot longer to get to where you want to get to versus you just asking for help and being able to get that extra, like that extra education to be able to put you
The
where
extra
you
knowledge,
need to be.
yeah, bro. It's like a shortcut, to be honest, bro.
Oh, 100%. Shoot, even as photographers, I'd be asking for help.
Yeah,
You know how many times-
yeah,
You know what's
yeah.
funny? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Story time right
Yeah.
now. Story time. I'll never forget, right? I came into your brunch one day, and this was back in June or July.
Okay.
And this is when I first saw Dion, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing with Dion, the same thing with you, the same thing with Dion. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, I ain't gonna talk to this little like, is he like with this big ass camera, like walking around taking photos, like he trying to, and it's like for a long time.
Yeah.
Now my boy, he put in that work.
Yeah.
That's my dogs right there. That's my dogs right there. But for the longest, so I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, I could do better than him. I could. I'm like, man, he who he think he is? You know what I mean? But it's like that type of mentality is not gonna get you anywhere. Just for the simple fact that like you don't go against somebody else that's just trying to make it. You know what I mean? Like you got to come together.
Yeah.
You have to be able to see like, okay, cool. Like let me see how he works and how he maneuvers and everything. And then come to find out, we got cooler than ever. You know what I mean? Like that's my brother and everything. And I tell him straight up, I'm like, yo, your photos is excellent. You know what I mean? Like I tell him straight up, like, yo, like your photos is excellent. Like, what's your setup? You know, and it's like when you come from New York, to see New York is a very dogmatic like environment. You know what I mean? Like your goal is to be number one. You know what I'm saying? Though, so it's like when you come out here with that type of mentality, it's like not everybody's trying to be in that level. Not everybody's trying to think. Not everybody like they don't think like that. Just for the simple fact that like yo, like Orlando was more welcoming. You know, we're just trying to help each other win and stuff like that. We're just trying to help each other like.
That's why I love this city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this city.
It's very.
You got your few bad apples, but Orlando as a whole, like everybody's trying to see each other, like I like that.
Yeah. I feel like
Absolutely.
they all trying to see each other grow.
Yeah, and that's the big thing about Orlando. I'm like, okay, like I like this. This is different. Even when I went to Invasion, like I remember the first time I met Dream, I met Alex. Well, actually, unofficially met Alex. I didn't know who the was at one point.
Yeah.
So, right, I'm in the event. I'm quiet. I have the big camera, the camera that's actually filming this podcast. I was shooting with that camera, and I'm just like. I'm all intimidated. I'm seeing so much like beautiful women around me, and I'm like, oh my god, like, what do I do? Like, do I
my
just
events
ask
are,
them to
boy.
dance, or do I just get up behind them? Like, what do I do? Because it's like in New York, it's like, you know, like, I don't know if any of y'all from New York, but like in New York, it's like, you know, like, you grab a girl the wrong way, you get back smacked. Like, boy, bye. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you can't just approach anybody like that in New York. But out here,
Yeah.
it's like it's more like, oh nah, come dance, come vibe out and everything, you know. But it's more happier out here, you know. That's they don't call Florida the Sunshine State for no reason. People are more happier out here.
Everyone's cool. It's vibes, bro.
Got some
you
crazy
know?
people, but majority,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, like a handful of crazy people. Yeah,
You got a handful of
Yeah,
crazy people. But like
100%.
honestly though, Dream, like literally though, like so I know that obviously though, like your success as a promoter like didn't come overnight. And a lot of people don't know this about you though, but you have a whole career outside of what it is that you
Yeah.
do. Like a lot of people don't even know
literally.
this. Like
You know, it's crazy because like when I be talking to people, I be like, meeting new people, like they don't really know what I do because like I guess I don't post about it too much.
right.
Because like I really can't post too much about it because once you're in the medical field, HIPAA violation.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So I don't really post about it too much. They'd be like, "Oh, you just a promoter." I'm like, "Nah, I got other shit going on." In my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in school. I got
Right.
other shit going on in my
Yeah.
life. I'm just not. Which, if you are just a promoter, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because there are just people who are just promoters and they make a great living. That's great for them. But me personally, like, you know what I'm saying? I need a backup plan because
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
if you haven't seen promoting, like there are bad days and there are good days. There are days where you can make a good 10, 15K, 20K, and there are some days you're gonna make negative.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, 100%.
Right.
and
yeah.
that's where the job comes in play. All right, I
Right.
made negative over here. I still got this check. That's guaranteed.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, so my major, I do medical laboratory science. It's basically because I'm not gonna, go crazy on with all the subjects and all that stuff. Let's say I'm gonna give you all a scenario. Let's say like you go to the doctor, you get your blood drawn, and then they're gonna you get like a couple tubes of blood drawn, right? All those tubes are gonna go back to the laboratory. That's where I do my thing. I use the blood and test what you got going on, basically. Anywhere from your chemistry to anywhere from STDs,
It's like a variety.
so much stuff you can tell
Yeah.
with blood. Like you can't really do nothing without the patient's blood. First thing, if you're really sick, okay, draw the blood. Let's see what's going on. I test it, put it through a whole bunch of tests, different variety of tests. Contact the doctor. Hey, I found this, that, and that. They most likely got this. This is what you gotta do.
Right.
Doctor, go do his thing with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do.
Right.
So, with the laboratory though, there is a bunch of different sections of the laboratory. You got your blood bank. The blood bank, let's say you need a blood transfusion.
Right.
They're gonna test to make sure that not only it's the same blood type, but make sure there's no antibodies or antigens that could affect with your body.
Right.
Because if that's the case, then not only can you have a transfusion reaction, you can die if if something's wrong with the blood that I'm giving you.
Yeah.
So we have to
yeah.
make sure, triple check that everything is good, and there is a lot that goes behind that. From
That's crazy.
us putting in the machine. Oh, you got an antibody. Okay, let's see what it is. Getting a chart, doing the puzzle, double checking the puzzle, doing other tests where we heat the blood, we freeze the blood, we cool it down. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Then we could go into core lab, the chemistry of stuff, where your chemistry tells you a lot about like, okay, your sodium level, what's your cholesterol level, calcium, like, what have you been eating for the past 3 months? Because I could really tell what you've been eating for the past 3 months if you've been eating good. So
Yeah.
Right.
a lot goes into chemistry, hematology. It's like, okay, let me look at your actual blood cells.
Right.
Let me see if you got good blood cells. Oh, your blood cells don't really look good. It could be this, it could be that. I'm gonna send it to the pathologist so you can confirm it.
Okay.
If I see something like maybe leukemia in there, or the pathologist, hey, I'm seeing a little bit of leukemia in there. You might want to check that out, see if the patient may have cancer. Or signs of
Okay.
cancer. Then we could go into. There's so much stuff we can go into. We could go into urinalysis. You say, you can go to the doctor, you pee in a cup.
Right.
All right, we're gonna get that pee. We're gonna test it. We're also gonna put it under a microscope, make sure that everything is okay. What's in your pee? You have white blood cells, you find an infection, red blood cells, something wrong with your kidneys.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff that goes into the laboratory that people don't realize.
Right.
So much that you can like dive into. That like
There's so much, and then you can specialize in a bunch of stuff too. Let's talk about microbiology.
Yeah.
Let's say like, okay, you're not feeling well. I'm gonna take a nose swab. Remember, like we're in COVID.
Yeah,
You take the nose
Take
swab.
all the way up there.
yeah.
God,
All
that
right,
was-
they put it back in the tube. Get that tube over here. I'm gonna take a petri dish out that's filled with blood agar
Right.
because bacteria likes to go inside your body with blood. So it's very similar that way. So I'm gonna scrape it all over the petri dish, put it in the incubator, wait, a day or two. Let's see what kind of bacteria grows on it, so I can determine. Okay, he has COVID. Oh, you have E. coli. You have something.
Right.
That goes into play too. It's a bunch of stuff that goes into play. Then we could talk about my favorite part of the lab, which I have to go back to school for a different type of schooling, which
Right.
is which my mother, she studies in this, and it's called histology.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's where all the body parts are.
Okay.
So like and we talking about any type of body part, you can see that
God.
they are
That sounds
cutting
crazy.
into, figuring out what's in here, and I'm not gonna lie, it's graphic because
yeah,
Right.
that's crazy.
I remember the first time I went in there, and everybody in there is extremely nice and chill.
Right.
They're always, because pathology is its own separate department.
Okay.
Everybody's nice and chill. The doctors, they're like ancient because pathology is such a lost
yeah,
technique.
Right.
yeah.
First time I went there, this was in Daytona.
Okay.
Very nice lady. She was telling me how she became a PA. A PA is a pathologist assistant.
Right.
Basically, they get the biopsies, the stuff they're cutting out. She cuts into it more, examines it, see what's in there. First thing that I saw was a huge colon. Huge colon. Then it was a large intestine. Mind you, your intestines are long. Like, they're folded up in your body. So, like, I'm seeing this intestines probably the size of the desk over there.
Right.
I'm like, wow. She cut it into it and just examined it. And she's talking
That's
to
crazy.
a mic, really just examining the whole thing. I'm like, damn, that's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think the next time she got like a kidney, it even looked like a kidney because it was so fatty. Like, it's just such a bunch of interesting stuff.
Yeah, man.
And it's crazy to me because the field is not advertised enough.
Right.
All you hear is about nursing or biomedical. You don't really hear about laboratory sciences.
Yeah,
At
no one really
all.
like talk about it like that.
You don't talk
as
about it,
much.
but it's one of
Yeah.
the most. The hospital can't run without it.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where we don't have a laboratory. You're not gonna know your STD results. You're not gonna know whether
Not
you're
gonna
gonna
know
have
nothing.
UTIs. You're not gonna know nothing about yourself.
Yeah.
And your blood results really determine a lot. Like, they can detect early stuff that can be a big problem later. But
Right.
since you detect it early, we can solve it
You
with
get
a
it,
little
yeah.
treatment.
And to think you do all of this and you still maintain the dream brunch invasion, like
It ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy, bro. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I was like, how is that, bro?
Well, the schooling part for the first year and a half, it was a matter of, okay, classes are Tuesday, Thursday, all day. The Monday, the Wednesday, the Friday, that's when I'm locking in to study.
Mm-hmm.
Because homework's no joke. I need to do the homework so I understand what I'm learning.
right.
Because of course, yeah, I could probably go on Quizlet or one of them to look up all the answers, but I need to apply this to the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense that I cheat on all this and then I have to take my national exam
Right.
and fail it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you can't do nothing without that certification.
So if
Yeah.
you fail it, that means you there's no way you can retake
You
it.
can retake it, but there's a certain amount of times you can retake it. I think you can take it at least 6 times. You don't get the 6th time. That's done for you.
Is that
And I'm not trying to
Yeah.
do that again because I had to pay to take that exam.
Yeah.
It's
Them
a smooth
exams ain't cheap.
250. So like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. I
Not
already
trying to run the
I already
pockets for
spent
that.
enough.
That's a new pair of J's at finish line.
Well, I already spent enough being in the program. The amount of tolls and gas and oil I had to change on my car, the books, the tuition itself, which is not too expensive.
Right.
My school is the 14th cheapest school in the nation.
Okay.
But if I were to go to any other program where it was accelerated, I was taking out too much of them. I'm just like, okay, I'll just do these 2 years.
Yeah.
Still gone to Kaiser, but Kaiser trying to charge me $9,000 a semester. I ain't got bread like that.
Right.
I ain't got bread like that.
Yet.
I ain't got.
That is ridiculous,
Yeah.
bro.
Listen,
not worth it.
I could be making bread. I'm still not paying $9,000. That's crazy.
That shit is
felt
not.
that.
It's not worth it, bro.
That's
Like,
not worth it.
It's
So
too
now
much,
pretty
bro.
much it's like, oh my, okay, so you just gave us a whole backstory that we didn't even know this about you. And the fact that you
Yeah.
do this but manage what you do on the outside, it's like, wow, like it's a whole different.
It's all about time management. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like time
Yes,
management.
sir.
I just had to lock in. Like once I figured out, okay, this is what I want to do.
Right.
I went to the school. I interviewed with the program directors. They gave me a list of what I gotta do to do all this. They showed me the future of it. I'm like, okay, like you gotta do this. You gotta lock in for 2 years.
Okay.
Okay, bet. I'll lock in. Lock in. Simple.
Got you. Now, now my next question for you is though, right? Because it's like, okay, you obviously you have a pretty large following on Instagram. You have a pretty decent following on Instagram. You have a pretty decent following on TikTok. Now, pretty much like my next question for you is though, like, how do you manage? Because let's be real though, like you have a lot of clout surrounding you, the Dream Brunch. Like, how are you able to manage that and use it to be a positive? Because you know, like how a lot of people say clout is never usually like a good thing because you can follow you around for like, you know, like ways and different areas that you don't want it to get to. So like, how are you able to keep the clout that you have, but also like use it in a sense to where it's like, okay, you're using it for like motivational purposes, or even like as far as like getting more people to like,
It's like using it for the good. Like,
yeah, using it for the good.
Yeah.
Well, that just comes with having like a good head on your shoulders. Like I'm not greedy. I'm not. I don't know. It's just keeping like things just good and organic. Like I don't like problems.
Right.
I try to avoid problems. Like
Right.
I don't need people on social media talking shit like, oh, Dream ain't paying me. Oh, this happened. Oh, that happened. Like if you do good things will come back at you.
Right.
That's how I
100%.
that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just try to keep things as original, as organic as possible, and just doing something that's good for the community, for people really. Like everybody love the Dream Brunch, and
Everybody do love the Dream.
everybody love the Dreamers. They love to come out, have a good time, have a safe time. You know, we don't really have no crazy stuff going on inside. Never had anything crazy going on.
Never.
It's always.
I mean,
vibes,
we've had one little thing, but
That wasn't.
that
even
was
like-
that was handled. You know,
Yeah.
That was handled like that was handled like in seconds. I was there with that day.
you was there.
I believe
oh
it was there.
my.
That was handled in
Listen,
seconds.
it was
with the
handled,
two
bro.
guys.
Yes.
Oh my.
I remember that.
It was packed. I don't know what
It was
day
Freak
it
Nick.
I was
It the
not
Freak
there.
Nick.
Was it Freak Nick?
It had to be Freak Nick because you kept saying security at the bar, security at the bar, and
Oh,
security at the
wow.
bar.
Okay,
and I'm
so let
like,
me tell you what. Listen. So, I don't know what was going on in the bathroom, but it was a situation with two guys, and then one of them, I guess, hit the what's his face? Who be in the bathroom?
I don't know.
One of the guy that hands out the
Yeah,
subs and
yeah.
make sure you're in your hand. Yeah.
Which I don't know why he hit him because like,
That's so
them-
crazy.
Them is be the most chill.
That's his guys, bro. Yeah.
Chill. They don't say nothing. They just hand you paper towel. You want some gum? How about you this? I don't know
Yeah.
why he hit him.
I've never been
No,
in the
I see him.
bathroom
Hey,
of
security, come here, come handle this. And then security came and handled it.
Say about your business.
They handled it, and then they tried to come back in the club, and that was just all handled. Some little thing, but other than that, like everybody be having a good time,
We all be having a
safe
good
time,
time.
and everything. Like that's all that really matters.
Trying to forget, man.
It's always a vibe, bro.
I be seeing some of the finest women I've ever seen in Atlanta. I seen at your brunch.
I mean,
I seen at your brunch. Oh my
listen,
God.
listen.
Looking for.
I think Orlando has a very good variety of women that are good looking and. They decide to come to a Dream Brunch, and we make sure they have a good time, and we make sure they have a safe time. They're comfortable. When the women are comfortable with a place, they're gonna keep on coming back. So that's just how it is. We make sure that the women are safe and comfortable. They're having a good time. If they have any problems, come to me, come to Q, come to a security guard, but take care of it. So.
Or even come to me too, because I work with Dream. Dream's my right hand man. And that's my guy right there. You got a problem with Dream, you got a problem with me.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, just like you got a problem with my brother
You
Jet
mean-
over here.
But the whole thing, we just be trying to solve problems, man. We don't like no problems
Yes.
around here, man. Like
Yeah.
We trying to have a good
I
time.
don't got time for the beat.
To be honest, every time
social media.
every time I went to like any of the brunches or events, bro, it's always been a vibe. Just
yeah.
like always just like a
Evasion.
good time. It's always just laugh. Everyone's smiling. It's just
Evasion too. Evasion.
beige is crazy.
Invasion.
There'd be a lot of
Crazy,
SUVs
man.
up in that brunch. SUVs, Escalades.
You're crazy.
That's so
Crazy.
diabolical.
You're crazy.
You wrong, bro.
I ain't even gonna comment on
You
that.
wrong.
I ain't even gonna comment on that.
You
man.
wrong.
It'd be a lot of great people in the brunch.
Yeah.
A lot of great
A lot
people
of
in the
good
brunch.
big bodies up in there.
A lot of great people.
No.
Man.
Little mamas.
And we have them from all over. We got people from all over the nation.
We had people from Alabama come to
Yes.
us.
Alabama. That crew from Alabama. They were great. We had
Yes.
people from Hawaii.
Yes,
Them girls.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Don't
We
forget
had
about
people.
that.
I still in contact with those people from Maine. I forgot Maine was even a state. Maine. And
Maine is a state.
They're coming down in May because the first time they came here, they loved it. They came here. I think their birthday is like 2 days after mine, so they came here during the birthday. Because May, the month of May, for brunch, just be crazy. Downtown, just be crazy. So
Our birthdays are in May.
Mhm.
So if y'all watching this podcast, you know the Dream and Alonzo birthday celebration in Orlando. That's gonna be that's gonna be loading.
But before we even get to that, y'all need to come to Q's birthday brunch.
Yes, come to
which
Q's.
is
Yes, sir.
in
Yes, sir.
2 weeks. Because
Mark the calendars.
y'all know Q everybody favorite.
Yeah.
Y'all already know
Yeah.
everybody gonna come through for Q and turn up. So
Absolutely.
y'all come to Q's birthday.
It's gonna
That's
be
in
packed
2
out.
weeks. Yeah, it's gonna be packed out for sure.
You already know
And
everything.
it's good that brunch is packing out again after such a slow month.
Absolutely. Now I gotta now basically to wrap this up though. Now I gotta ask you. So if there's one like, did you even ever imagine yourself like just jumping into the world of like promoting like as a 16-year-old you or a 17-year-old you? Because obviously like I'm pretty sure you definitely didn't look like this. You was probably skinny, no facial hair or anything like that. Like did you ever see yourself like saying, oh, I'm gonna be a promoter?
If you told 17-year-old me that I was gonna be a promoter, he probably wouldn't believe it. That man was on the track field, doing schoolwork, being a good boy. Microphone in that man's hand? No, bruh. I probably wouldn't have even believed it.
Oh man, hey.
That man was focused on winning district champs, regional champs for track. That's it. That's really it. But
Shoot.
nah, that man would not.
Man, shoot, and I ain't gonna lie though. Like, pretty much, I'm pretty sure somebody that's watching this is obviously gonna inspire to be like a promoter. So, what's the number one piece of advice that you can give to like anybody out there that's watching that's looking to be a promoter, that's looking to be able to get into the field of like, just the field of like being a host and being interactive? Because what you do is it's nerve wracking. I'm not gonna lie, it's very nerve wracking, especially when you walk into a spot for the first time, you don't know nobody. Like,
Yeah,
what's
what advice would you give them? Like, for like, if there's a first event that they're going to, they're first walking into it.
Just know that's not gonna happen over. It's gonna take time. You're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, but don't try to rush into it. Make it happen organically. Like,
right?
if you make it happen organically and just be consistent with it, you'll be fine.
Right.
You'll be fine. And practice your craft too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
always
that's what's up.
research, always don't be afraid to ask other people, like practice your craft too. Somebody asks me how to MC and know all that stuff, I'll be free to tell them. I'll tell them everything. Like, okay, you want to do this? Okay, cool. But just know you have to put the work in.
Right.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
100%.
easy because I'm sure I can give anybody a microphone right now.
We got microphones.
Go entertain that crowd then.
Yeah.
Anybody can have a microphone. Go entertain the crowd. Work with the DJ. Go ahead. Guarantee you, a lot of people cannot do that.
Yeah, that's real.
There are
though.
people who can do that, and that's great. But
That's
It takes time to even like to get there.
it's a lot of things you have to know. You have to, every DJ is different. How does the DJ, interact with the MC? How much music do you know? You can't keep on saying the same 3 things every time. Like, you gotta know.
Start hearing
You gotta know what
That's
you're
real.
saying. You gotta know the top. Okay, what song's coming? Okay, I'm gonna say this so it can match the song. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Oh, and what happens if the music cuts out? What you gonna say then?
No music.
See, you can't even say
You
nothing like that.
You can't.
Maybe 10 years ago you might have got
Put that thing back on.
There be times where, the DJ, his laps will be fully updated, fully charged, and sometimes like the system is just too much. Everything just goes out. And it's happened
Yeah,
before.
it happens. Yeah.
And so
It happens.
now I gotta talk for at least a minute, keep this crowd entertained. What am I gonna say? This and that and that. So
Oh man, that's a skill right there.
stuff goes into that too. Even like when I started practicing like hosting, I used to practice in the car. Put on a song, put on a radio mix or something like that. Put the sound in and out and practice, something like that. I was constantly driving too, going back to school, so constant practice.
I mean, man, it shows literally over time when you go into
Exactly.
into the events. Like you don't even think about it, bro.
Exactly. Like
just comes to you.
there's some events that I still get nervous for and stuff, but you know what I'm
Well, you
saying?
do a
But,
great
like,
job
when
at
you
masking it.
when you just go out there and just do what you do,
Yeah,
it all just taps in quick.
it all just comes to you.
Yeah, I think the last event I was nervous for. Last event. Mm, probably I say Halloween. Not Orlando Invasion, but there was a Halloween event at Legends that Mello had.
Oh.
It was packed out.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say like I had a little butterflies because like I don't know if you've ever been on this stage at Legends. That is a massive stage.
Oh yeah, that's where you had Invasion in May. Oh yeah,
That is
that's
a
big
massive.
stage.
That is a massive stage. And then don't get me started when you're looking out.
Yeah.
You see all them people? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of like I got a little, a little nervous. Took a shot. That was fine after that. That was fine. Just start talking.
Literally
Just
all
talking, just
flows.
talking, and
Them
then
shots, after you take them shots, you feeling nice afterwards. It's like,
yeah,
oh,
just take a little, take a little drink, and then all right, just let everything flow at that point.
right. Hey man, shoot, yo, you dropped a lot of gems today, man. Oh
Hey
my
man,
God.
Yes,
I tried
sir.
to. I
You
tried
dropped
to.
Yes,
a lot of
sir.
gems,
I
man.
tried to, man.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? When I tell you this man's on an absolute tear, he's been on a tear. All right,
For a
and we have a
while.
lot of, and he has a lot of events coming up. What events you got coming up this year, man?
Shoot. We about to see what's going on with Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? MLK weekend's coming up soon.
Can you
too.
find the love of my life for Valentine's Day?
I'll pass you the alley-oop. You just gotta make it.
Okay.
So if you can if you can dunk it, that's. But if you miss it, hey, bruh. I don't know when the next alley-oop's gonna be, but
I mean,
I'll see
you
what I
hear
can
me?
do. I'll see what I can do for you. But you already know what type of girls be at my events, so
I
like
already know.
you'll find somebody. You'll find somebody.
He trying to bless you, man. He trying to bless you.
But for 2025, I mean, this year is looking really strong. Valentine's Day is coming up. We got March spring breaks coming up soon. Which spring break is looking? I don't know how spring break's looking because everybody talking about Houston. Why are we talking about Miami no more? Because they shut down.
They
Basically,
shut down,
They
man.
shut it down.
They
Yeah.
shut it down.
Everybody talking about Houston. So
You trying to go to Houston?
we might have to go to Houston.
Y'all trying to go to Houston? Wait, ain't you going to? Aren't you going to Colorado?
Oh yes. How can I forget about that? So yes, I was booked for a brand new soca event. It's called Soca on Slopes. It's gonna be in Colorado on the mountains. It's a weekend full of events. They're gonna teach you how to ski, and then the
Ski and
nighttime
soca.
they got the soca events coming. So they called me to they want me to
That
host them,
is
That's
crazy.
No, it's dope. It's dope. I'm not gonna lie. When
That's
you call me
wild.
for it, like, this is a nice event.
Yeah.
I've never been skiing before. I've seen snow because I'm from New York.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
never been skiing before. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be cool. But
That's
soca
fun.
on slopes,
That's fun.
it's gonna be dope.
Jet, what's the word, man?
Shit.
What day-
we
what-
go-
what-
And
what-
I
what's the
think it's
date?
February 21st to February 23rd. So it's
Hop on them skis. We hop on them skis, like.
and there's some
see.
packages. There's some packages. The
Let's
packages
see.
are nice.
I guess the packages.
They have some packages. Some hotel skiing packages. They're nice.
Okay.
And then March spring break, April, Easter.
Maybe
May
now
happens.
Orlando's gonna be stupid in May.
May happens.
Carnival.
Memorial Day weekends always.
I'm about to come back out here for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I can't
I
wait.
think I might drop
I can't
Invasion
wait.
around that time, and then after Invasion, Juneteenth, Juve, and
Would you have Invasion at Legends? By the back?
I don't know where I'm gonna have it. I like to try different venues. I don't like the same sceneries all the time. So like I had Invasion at the Halloween. On Halloween, we had it in that Mediterranean place.
Right.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens with the Orlando Invasion.
We're gonna see what's going to happen.
Juneteenth, Juve. You know what I'm saying? And just the rest of the year is just gonna go smooth sailing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
I know,
flows along
and
through
I
it.
know, you already know Q, he gonna have them sick pool parties. Q always have them sick pool parties, you know what I'm saying? Around, yeah, so Look out for those two.
Yeah.
Summertime in Orlando is always great. I really
It's just the heat.
But it's the heat. The humidity be crazy. But the thing with summer, I'll be wanting to go to New York so bad for one of them block parties. But it's like every time I try to go to New York, somebody want to book me for some sick event.
Yeah.
So I need to go to one of them block parties in New York because all of last year they were going crazy.
I'm gonna be in New
talking
York this
about-
summer, so let me know. I'll
I think
get you
where
right.
I think it'd be in Brooklyn somewhere.
Brooklyn,
in Brooklyn.
Queens,
The ones in Brooklyn look
Harlem.
nice. Harlem, yeah.
But
yeah.
I'll get you right this summer though. If you come
I
out
need
to
to go
New
one of the
York.
basketball games, boy. in
Yes.
Harlem, yeah.
Playing
Nightmares. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. I need to go to New York. One of these days for
shoot.
sure.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though, we gonna have though. When I tell you we gonna go crazy though, especially like with the Dream / Lonzoflix / Jet collab. Like when I tell you like that collab is gonna be crazy though, because you already know he got 2 shooters on hand. Well, really 3, but he got 2.
And we talking about cameras. We're talking about cameras. We're not talking about shooters. You know what I'm saying? Just to let y'all know.
Yeah, just to let
We
y'all know.
talking about
Talking about cameras and everything.
It's
Yeah.
wild out here nowadays
But-
with these YNs. So
Oh,
we talking about
100%.
cameras.
Let them know, remind them.
We talking about cameras.
Talking about cameras, y'all talking about cameras. But yeah, man. Yo, I ain't gonna lie though, you spent too much gems today though, man.
I appreciate it.
You spent a lot of gems though, man.
Nah.
Hey, you already know, man. Shoot, we had to drag this episode out because we had to let the man himself come out here and give us the backstory.
Let us know what
and
it
everything,
is.
though, man.
Let us know what it
and
is.
stuff like
Y'all
that.
I appreciate y'all for putting me on here, man. Gotta do it again soon. Probably bring
yeah.
some other people up here soon too. You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
gonna say,
100%.
we gotta bring you back, bro.
100%. We're gonna bring you back
We gotta
for
run it
part
back.
2.
I'll try to pull up with some special guests too.
We gonna bring you back for a part 2. Like, listen,
sure.
you are part of the family, right?
Yeah,
you my
man.
brother, you my family, right?
Yeah,
You went from being the stranger in the DM to my brother.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Is that crazy?
This all from a DM, bro.
This is all from
all-
a DM. Oh yeah, this is all from a
crazy.
DM.
All from
All of
DM.
this is from a DM. A DM that he sent to me.
Oh yeah.
And as a result of him sending that DM to me, that's how I met Jet.
Yeah.
And then that's
All
and,
connected.
And
It's
then
crazy.
Jet met my brother that's, filming this. Shout out to Mr. Tahoe in the morning and my guys
Yes,
Ben
Tom-
Ingram, you
Tom
already know.
Ben.
Like, you know what I mean? It's literally all a web. It's literally all a web of like connections that you're seeing right now.
Yeah,
So
man,
I'm saying,
that's why.
It's just all love, bro.
shoot that DM. Don't be afraid. You'd be surprised. That one DM could change your whole life because it changed mine.
Yeah.
Networking is very important. Networking is very, very important. Even for like my field, like all the people that I met during these clinical trials, I made sure I got all the managers' info, all the lab directors' info. I use them in my references, and now like
Yeah,
some
look at
job
you now, man.
interviews-
Yeah,
some job
man.
interviews just coming through. So
Yeah.
networking is very important.
yeah,
Just
man.
say hi
That's like
to
the key.
somebody. Just have a conversation with a stranger.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
I feel like that's a key to like everything, bro.
Definitely
Literally,
key to
like
everything.
that one door can lead to so many other, bro.
It can.
Definitely agree with that though. But hey, man, shoot, you heard it best. You heard it from the 3 best of the best themselves, all right? Shout out to my brother Dream. Shout out
Yes,
to my brother
sir.
24 Jet. Shout out
sir,
to
yes,
Mr. Tyler
sir.
in the morning. Shout out to Ben Ingram. Shout out to freaking District Grooming Company for letting us be able to shoot our show.
Yes.
To the
It
to the
is
guys, to the
dope.
guys.
It's very beautiful
To the
barbershop. You already
guys,
know.
boy.
So, hey, next episode coming out. You already know we're gonna go crazy. It's your boy LonzoTalks. Make sure you follow all of us on the gram. I will have it attached to this episode.
Yes.
You already know. It's your boy
Yes, sir.
Lonzo. We end this show right here. Have a good night, y'all. Stay blessed.